In 2013, Marilyn, Hickey, and a team traveled to Iguazu, Brazil, where she ministered a powerful word, and many were saved and experienced miraculous physical healings. On the first day of the trip, Marilyn and travelers enjoyed a scenic tour and were able to see some of Brazil's wildlife. Marilyn and the travelers also took a tour of the newest natural wonder of the world, the Iguazu waterfalls, located right on the border of Brazil, Argentina, and Paraguay. The breathtaking falls are arranged in a way that appears like the letter J. The travelers took a relaxing boat ride at the bottom of the falls and were able to capture the views of the falls that stretched out. Marilyn held the Iguazu healing meeting at a local church called Comunidade Evangélica Internacional, Zunu Zul. Marilyn preached her poignant message assisted by a translator. Many in attendance raised their hands up and responded to the call for prayer. Several of the travelers and ministry leaders ministered to people on an individual basis, laying hands on the sick and ministering to people in their seats. Many were filled with the presence of God and received emotional and physical healing. One woman stood before the congregation and testified that a tumor on the roof of her mouth had reduced in size after she was prayed for. Those gathered praised God and cheered for the miracles that were taking place. The following morning, the group traveled to Rio de Janeiro, where they were ministered to by Sarah Bowling, who taught a message on faith. Travelers boarded the tour bus to visit Cavado Mountain, where the famous statue of Christ stands. The people traveled up flights of stairs to worship with a street band led by young, excited worshipers. The leaders passed out gifts for the children gathered. The team went into the house of a woman and ministered to her in prayer before leaving to their next adventure. Another healing meeting was held in Rio where 2,000 people gathered in worship. The anticipation was high and people responded by raising their hands in worship.
I want all of our team to stand up.
Gostaria que o nosso grupo se levantasse.
And they are here also to lay hands on you.
E eles estão aqui também para orar com vocês.
Team leaders laid hands and prayed over people, and everyone was ministered to. Many responded to altar calls and received what God had for them. Several people went to the stage to share their testimonies of backs, wrists, tumors, and warts being healed. One man who had walked in with a cane dropped the cane and walked across the stage, showing that he'd been healed physically. The crowd was energized by the testimonies and tangible presence of God.
Quem a curou?
Jesus!
Jesus?
Who prayed for her?
Quem orou por ela?
We did!
Nós oramos.
The travelers later visited a nursing home in Rio, where they laid hands on the sick and prayed for healing for numerous patients. They even celebrated the birthday of 2 of the residents and presented them with special gifts. Thank you, partners and supporters, for helping to make trips like this possible.